Hello and welcome to Mickey Art, and today I just wanted to show you before we get started, I'm going to be doing a video for 4 seasons in 1 pour, and it's going to be a spin pour, so who knows what it's going to end up like. We'll give it a go anyway. But what I wanted to show you, I've had a number of people who have bought one of these kids pottery wheels, and I wanted to show you how I've got it set up because there's been some questions about what I do and how do I do it. This internal rotating bit tends to sit either at or just below the lip. So if you were to just put a record or a canvas straight on there, it would drag on the side. So what I've done is I've taped, you know, with some canvases you get those corner pushy outy things that nobody ever uses. Well, some people do. Sorry for those that you do. I've got one of those and then a strip that's big enough for the record to actually sit on. And all I've done is I've got, let me take that right off. So I've got some tape between those two. This is just black PVC tape. It's quite heavy duty. It's what my husband uses to tape the polythene together underneath the concrete floor. So it's got some good stick to it. This is the end of a roll. I always claim the end of the roll because they throw them out like this because there's not enough there. And you just literally roll it over on itself with sticky side out. Okay. And then you can use any tape. I use this one because it's got a really solid stick to it. And then it's got stick both sides, and you can just stick it onto there and stick it onto there. And then it lifts that platform up. So it's got a packer and then something that's actually wide enough to hold your records on. And then I'm redoing this because the glue had finally run out on this tape that was on there. Not a good time to teach you guys how I do it. Obviously everybody has their own awareness, their own capacities, their own things that they have on hand. So please, 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 the way I do it is not perfect. It may not work for you. Please do what's fun and easy and works for you. You don't have to go out and buy this expensive tape just because you don't have it. Sellotape, you know, like normal parcel wrapping tape, paper tape, would do the job. Probably wouldn't last as many records as this stuff has, but it will do the job. So use what you've got. So there you have it. You've got a prepped and ready to go. And then I just come along with my record, which I put a piece of sticky tape over the back to stop the paint going through. I'm reusing this one because even though I'd painted the label, the red is so vibrant and obviously so water soluble, it came through the very dry over paint I did and still affected this painting. And you know, some people would say, oh, I like it, but meh, I'm not so fussed. Anyway, I can't see through the hole anymore, so that makes it difficult to line up. And I probably could just poke that out and start again. But I got a bit of a surprise for you on this one. So it doesn't actually, for this one, have to be the most perfect centered thing I'm ever going to do. Why? Because I'm gonna do it 4 seasons in one spin. How's it get any better than that? So, what are we doing? What are we doing? Going big or going home. That's what we're doing. I am going down to Queenstown this weekend. So this is going to be left behind to dry. And so what I'm going to do is, oh, I don't have much white. I do have some though. That's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a spiral pour, which will hopefully have all the 4 seasons in it. I'm a bit scared, but let's give it a go. Let's see what magic I can create. So, and that's the cool thing, if it doesn't get all the way to the edge, we'll have quite a funky border on it, really. But we should get to the edge. So we are I really would like to have, because I'm using my gravy pouring jug, what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer across the bottom. I'm going to prop up one side. Where is it? What can I prop it up with? That'll do. And I'm just going to layer at the bottom and then pour out. So I'm going to start off with some burnt sienna. And I'm just using what I have already mixed. I'm really not 100% sure about what's got silicone in and what doesn't. But in a spiral pour, that really doesn't matter. Some orange. There's not much copper left in here. Let's see what we can get out of there. Pouring that in the middle. And then just a little bit of deep, okay, so burnt sienna, vermilion orange, copper, deep yellow, so it's autumn. Then we're going to go into some non-mixed up. Oopsie, I thought I had some of that mixed and I don't seem to. Damn. This is ultramarine. Let's see if we can get anything out of there at all. Okay. Yep, we're getting some. Oops. You're running out of paint, Michelle, and you're pouring it outside the pot. That's not clever. Alright. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I'm going to start tipping it a bit further some turquoise with some iridescent median in it. I'm going to put some white in there for some snow. And then we're moving into spring. Spring colors. Good morning. You sure to make it like a sunny day. Wow. I am so disorganized today. I don't have any red mixed up, guys. That's upsetting me, actually. How can you have pink without any red? Michelle, what are you doing? Alright, we'll do it different. Doing it different, guys. I just realised this yellow's a bit thick. So we'll squirt some water in and give it a bit of a quick squizzy up. Get some yellow. And then this green is actually Montmartre green. And it's supposedly emerald. Now, if any of you guys have come across an emerald that looks like that, let me know. But it does kind of look a little bit like a spring green. So it's going in. And then we've got to have a little bit of sparkle in there. Seeing as we don't have any red. I do have some, it's just not mixed up, and I'm not going to stop. Got to put some silver. Silver sparkles. Now some of you are looking at these colour combinations and going, oh my god, this is hideous. Well, it might be. We will find out very shortly. And then as we head into summer, we need some bright, vibrant green. And I haven't layered that one at all. It's just poured all the way through everything. We'll give it a bit of depth with some iridescent, sorry, not iridescent. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's put some iridescence in there. Some viridian hue is the word I was looking for, which again was a bit thick. Some of you have got itchy palms and all you want to do is, right, Michelle, why didn't you prepare before this video? Why didn't I prepare? Because I thought I was. And I'm not one of these people that you're going to have and they've got everything lined up looking pretty. It's never going to happen. So there's some viridian hue going in. Is there anything that wants to be our crown and glory? Gold. There we go. We have got so much paint in this pot. It's just ridiculous for such a small. What have we got? We've got over 100 ml of paint in there, which is over 3 ounces of paint for a record is way too much. So, damn. You're too high now that it's up on that. There you go. Magic of tripods. You're higher. How's it getting any better than that? Now some of you are thinking I'm going to turn it on and just pour. No, I'm going to be a little bit more controlled than that. Surprise, surprise. I have no idea what this is going to end up like. but you saw it. It was 4 seasons. Oh, there's some glitter. I can't draw circles, just saved my life. So I'm just pouring. Just letting it all pour through. Definitely got some cell action going on in the cup, so obviously got some silicone in there somewhere. And really all we've got in this pot is browns and blues and yellows and greens and metallics. So I think my target of something that might actually look okay has possibility. What do you reckon? Do you reckon it's going to work? I reckon I'm seeing some really weird consistencies coming out of this cup. You may be wondering why I'm pushing down on one side. It wasn't very centered. Alright. We're nearly there, guys. Oh, there's some grass green coming through now. And the last of the brown. How's it getting better than that? Alright, so there's the mug. And now I'm going to try and get the bulk of it to be centered, because as soon as you start to spin, it starts wherever the bulk is, goes puh, and if it's all on one side, it's all just going to go off one side and it's going to look hideous. So I think we're good. I think we're good to go. I'm seeing some cells. Alright, I haven't done a spin for ages. Check it out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Doesn't look like 4 seasons at all. But you watch the paint go in, you know I put in 4 seasons. And that's very green. It looks a lot more lime green on your shot than it does on mine. I refilled my thingy, so let's see how many cells we can get. It's really important when you've done a spin to do this, and that is not just because of the cells, but even if you have no silicone in at all, when you've done a spin, please, please, please get rid of the air bubbles. There's so many air bubbles in a spin. And we've got silicone going on, doing its thing. which is good because that centerpiece needed to be broken up a bit. Seeing some of these cells like this, I'm wondering whether I should have torched it before I spun it. How much different it would look then. Alright, I'm going to move the box, and that'll give you more natural light to be able to see, hopefully, a more accurate colour. Alright, so that is definitely more accurate in colour, which is awesome. And I did fish out a lump out of there, so that's good, and it's looking fabulous. So it's kind of weird. This is from the planet where the seasons are all together in one day. Alright, so I'm going to get you down and show you some close-ups, and then I'm going to leave it to dry. So here we go. Or should I just pick it up and bring it to you? That might be easier, because I got to pick it up anyway. So with the double-sided tape, it does take a little bit of manipulation to get that off. There we go, got it. And sometimes you take the tape with you, and sometimes it stays behind. So it's just a matter of playing around with it. So here we are, guys. Look at this. I'm just going to turn it around so you can see. Oh, it goes an aeroplane. By the time you see this, I'll have been on 4 aeroplanes. Because to get from here to Queenstown, you got to go to Auckland and then to Queenstown. And then on the way back, we're going to Christchurch and then back up to Rotorua. So, I'm getting to meet some beautiful people that I have met through Access Consciousness down there and hang out with them, and hopefully catch up with a guy that we used to go to university with many years ago. So I'm looking forward to being down there, having some fun. Look at the orange, it's just sticking its nose out and in amongst the browns. That centerpiece is pretty cool. I was a bit worried about that, whether kind of tape it off, but it's cool. It's got a few cells, more sort of lovely little kisses than big cells, but that's cool. I like it, guys. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this is dried when I get back on Sunday. So you guys don't have to wait. You get to see it in 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, it's dried almost. Centre, even though I poured this Thursday and it's now Monday, the centre's still a little bit damp. And it's done something really weird. Let me see if I can get this on camera. Nope, don't seem to be able to capture. Oh, there we go. It's kind of bubbled up in the center. Yeah, not sure why it's done that. We'll wait for it to be completely dry and see if that changes. These little dents in that tends to be where there's been air bubbles in the paint which have popped after. If you see, there's actually quite a few of these weird denty things going on in this. So I can't give you any ideas at all what's created that. It's kind of like a bubbling up, as if there's something underneath. But I like it. It's fun, it's funky, it's multi-seasonal. If not now, it was when I put it in the pot. Let me see if I can get that bit without the light. So guys, I do like it. It's very different, and I'm thinking that might be because there's just too much paint in there. But then again, it might not. We'll see. So, kind of looks like a whirlpool in the middle of the ocean, or I don't know quite what it looks like, but I like it. I can almost see dolphins jumping in it. I might do that. If that centre dries okay, I might put some dolphins or something jumping in it. We will have to see what it decides to be. So, talking of deciding what it wants to be, this was the challenge for August. And you still have time to get into that. And we need to start thinking about what we're going to do for September. September. What magic can we create in September? What's happening in your part of the world in September? September is the first month of spring, but we've just done seasons. September's Father's Day. September's my husband's birthday. So if you have any suggestions, any ideas, please jump into the Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group. There is a thread I've started in there with suggestions as to what we could have as our challenge for September, and I would love to hear from you. What magic can we create, and what else is actually possible that none of us have ever thought of yet? What magic can you be? What magic can you create? And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.